Hey there, VA Reppers. My name is Dustin Luce. I'm the co-founder of VAREP.
And I'm Tori Cito. I'm the housing director for VAREP.
Typically, we donate a home live at our conference, and we have a home donation a week before live at the house, and then we bring the candidate or the donee into the conference, and we get to do it again live on stage.
Normally, our whole property donation team travels out, and we're able to stage the homes and just really make them feel like a home. We had originally scheduled to donate one home in March and one home in April. That got pushed back due to COVID-19. In order to keep everyone safe and healthy, VAREP made the decision to virtually donate these homes. There was a lot of FaceTime, a lot of phone calls, but at the end of the day, we were able to get two veterans who were on the brink of homelessness into...
Well, David was living in his car.
David was living in his car
Yeah.
in Georgia and moved to Michigan on schedule to move into this home.
Yeah, and then Maverick was living,
Maverick was in Bronx, New York. So again, time was of the essence. Things were kind of heating up in New York, and there's that sense of urgency. We wanted to get him into his home as soon as we possibly could and be able to shelter in place somewhere away from all the insanity.
Yeah, and we talk about at risk of homelessness or homeless. When we say that, most people think homeless means, living on the street. And what you don't realize is it could be living in your car, it could be couch surfing on friends' couches. So the decision was, we need to act now. We can't wait. We've got to get them into these homes.
And at this point, there was no timeline. I mean, we're talking end of March, very beginning of April. So there's no timeline when things are going to open back up. We didn't know if it was going to be June or August, and that just wasn't acceptable to us.
I want to thank Bank of America from the bottom of our heart for the 6-year relationship that we've had with them. We love this partnership. We love this relationship. Our members love it. I thank the property department from the bottom of our heart.
My name is Maverick Kendrick. I served in the United States Navy from 2006 to 2011.
I was an E4 infantry in the U.S. Army.
I come from a very long lineage of veterans.
My father was our hero growing up, He was a Marine, Korean War veteran, and we all wanted to be like him, so we all ended up in the military.
My grandfather served in World War II. My father served in Vietnam, and my mother, she was also in the Army. So it was in the cards for me to join.
I joined the Army, went in the infantry, got a big bonus, ended up in Desert Storm. We had about 3 battles.
While deployed to Afghanistan, I mostly did logistics. We were there to help build roads, build schools. There were times where we did get ambushed by Taliban, and we just returned fire and went through our tactics, and luckily everyone made it through safely. We
captured a lot of Iraqis. Some of them we had to chase down. We were in that area where they called the Highway of Death, and a round landed right beside me. That was almost the end of me right there.
When I got out of the Navy, I stayed in San Diego for a few years. I was too far away from my family, so I decided to come back to New York. I got out on a medical discharge. I ended up with arthritis in my hip. Trying to reintegrate into the civilian world, it was very difficult. One of the toughest things for me was finding somewhere where I didn't feel misplaced, finding a strong community that I connected with. And had a lot of issues, a lot of anger problems. We ended up divorced. It's been very tough. I haven't found those groups of people. I started driving a truck for about 2 or 3 years. I had to quit truck driving because I have diabetes and I couldn't drive and be taking insulin. What led up to my homelessness was, I felt indestructible and I was living a very manic lifestyle. It got to the point where my bills got ahead of me. I made some really bad decisions. I went from living in shelters to sleeping on the train, to couch surfing, with friends. I started a delivery company. That ended up not working out. I ended up
just living in my car. I got a job driving, ride share.
I heard about House a Vet through my mother. She always keeps me updated on what resources are out there for veterans.
One of the friends lives up here in Michigan, and he posted something about House a Vet. I saw it and I said, what the heck, I'll just fill out this application. I need a house, It really sucks living in a car.
I was expecting to be denied. I really broke down. I wasn't expecting the great news, so.
Matter of fact, when you guys called me, I almost hung up the phone because this stuff doesn't really happen to people, is what I thought.
The journey for me getting into the house during COVID was pretty tricky.
I rented a truck, drove up to Michigan. It was kind of surreal driving up here because there wasn't much traffic.
It was hard to personally get up here, transportation-wise. It's been a little hectic. New York is the epicenter.
It did feel kind of strange just walking into the home,
Growing up in apartments and living in New York City, you don't ever really think of home ownership and freedom and space and trees.
It's life-changing coming from living in your car to having a home, just having somewhere you can stand up in.
It's a beautiful home. My dog loves it. I love to see him running around in the backyard. It's like one of the greatest feelings I've experienced so far.
With my diabetes, I have a kitchen here. I can prepare my own food. And I'm looking forward to when this virus thing is over, getting out and maybe meeting people in the community.
I feel invigorated. I feel this is my chance to start my life over.
This is a great thing to have happened to me. Having a home and being financially stable, that's like the American dream there.
I would love to thank the whole House a Vet program. I truly enjoy the encouragement. I thank you guys for understanding veterans' needs.
I think it's one of the best veterans programs out there. It's something more veterans should know about.